All right, man, we got something special to take a look at today. I mean, check this thing out. So this handsome collection of atoms comes to us from our pals way up there in Sweden. And damn, if this doesn't get you excited about the future of EVs, well, I'm just not sure what to tell you. Anyway, what's up, Motorheads, and welcome back to Gearbox Pizza. If you're new here, well, look, it's good to have you, and I hope you hang out for a while, but if you don't, that's all good too. We'll be friends, no problem. Anyway, so this handsome devil is the Polestar O2 concept, and I really think they're onto something. Man, I hope they end up building this thing. So, all right, what is it and how did we get here? So back in 2020, that just feels like such a long time ago. Anyway, Polestar dropped this pretty stunning concept on the world called the Precept concept. Yep, it's another just mega handsome Swede. Anyway, this is actually going into production in 2024 as the Polestar 5. It's going to feature a brand new aluminum chassis. By the way, we're working on some really cool new content for this fella, and I would hate for you to miss out. So yeah, that sub button, just get a little pokeroo. Anyway, it's totally free. Don't wait to miss out. Anyway, Polestar wanted to show what else they could use this new chassis for, and hey, why not a flagship sports car convertible retractable hardtop with a secret drone sort of thing, right? Well, here we go. Okay, so look, before we get much further, there's something you just gotta see. Now, look, it's super unlikely that anything like this is ever gonna make it into production, but who knows? I mean, look, anything's possible, right? Anyway, I'm talking about this drone, and I'm serious. This thing comes with a drone. So there's this aerofoil behind the rear seats that extends to create a calm area of negative pressure so that drone can take off and land just a little bit easier. Oh, and this drone, well, it's quick. It's very quick. This thing can follow you autonomously at speeds of up to 56 miles an hour. And the footage, well, you can edit directly from the 15-inch screen inside the car. That's pretty rad, but yeah, I know, this is never actually gonna happen, right? Look, regardless, it's pretty cool. And personally, I'd love to use this when I'm stuck in traffic on that 405 and I just wanna kind of scout out the road ahead. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so let's talk about styling a little bit. Right away, does this sort of remind you of that like crazy Porsche Mission R? Yeah, it does a little bit, right? Look, that's a good thing. Actually, I think this might even be better looking, but look, that's totally debatable. The proportions, they really seem spot on. You see that cabin's just boom, right there in the middle, and like they sort of just nailed that whole like quote unquote looks as good with the top up as it does with the top down sort of thing. Yeah, I think they did. So when done correctly, that retractable hardtop might just be the best way to have a convertible. And I know it's sort of controversial, but whatever. Especially one that's an everyday driver contender like this one should be. And look, I'm not sure what to say here. I mean, look at this thing, it's beautiful. And if you actually disagree, I'd honestly love to hear why. So don't be shy, drop a comment, but I really doubt there's gonna be any. Anyway, okay, so there's basically no real info available about any of the specifics, but I think we can more or less assume a few things. Look, clearly this is going to be a dual motor setup with one over each axle, and we can take a look at some of that info coming out about the Polestar 5 and sort of apply it here kind of loosely. So the Polestar 5 is expected to have a range of about 300 to 330 miles, and that's coming from a 103 kilowatt hour battery. And considering the O2 should be a good bit lighter, I mean, I could see range getting like almost up to 400 miles or so, but they could actually go in a different direction here, and hear me out. Look, batteries are heavy, I mean like mega heavy, and weight is completely the enemy when it comes to sports cars. I mean, could Polestar use a smaller and maybe like a much lighter battery for this? I mean, if you gave me the option to drop 400 pounds from the car, at the same time kind of give up range, I don't know, like 250 miles or so, I mean, I'd probably go for it. But this is unlikely though, as you know, range really is one of those big time hurdles for consumers that are sort of new to EVs, so everybody wants to see big numbers here. Anyway, that pretty much just leaves power, speed, and price to figure out. So as the range topper, this thing's gotta be fast and it's gotta have plenty of power. I mean, they keep in mind the Tesla Roadster might eventually come out, or maybe not. I mean, knows, but that's a totally different story. Look, bottom line, it's gonna need big power, and I'm thinking at least 600 horsepower, and 0 to 60, I think this thing's gotta break 3 seconds, quarter mile, maybe landing in the mid-10s. Like, it's possible though that Polestar is gonna market this thing as more of a GT, where downright just crazy acceleration numbers might not be as important, but that's no fun. So Polestar, if you're listening, make it fast, or even stupid fast. Make a statement, man. All right, thank you. And that leaves us with the price to figure out. And this is probably sort of bad news, and look, hear me out. I mean, when it comes to new EVs, have you ever found yourself saying, oh hey, that's cheaper than I thought? Yeah, no, right? Quite the opposite, right? I mean, look, you're gonna be able to drop 100 grand plus on an electric Silverado. Anyway, the Polestar 5 is likely going to be priced up to about 100 grand, so I'd expect the O2 to be a little bit closer to like the 110, 120k range. Putting it, yeah, hopelessly out of reach for most of us, but hey, I'm literally wrong all the time, and this would be something pretty nice to be wrong about, so I don't know. Polestar, make a cheaper and slower version if you have to. Get it down to like 70k and you'll sell every single one you can make.